Should you use adverbs in your writing? Oh, absolutely. Hey writing community, this is Bruce RF, author of The Lives and Times of Dinah Marton and Guardian's Path of Ascension. And today we're going to be talking about the dreaded adverb. Now you've probably heard some big name authors say at some point, the adverb is not your friend.
The adverb is not your friend.
See? Now before we go too far into it, let's talk about what an adverb is. That way we're all on the same page. See what I did there? Simply put, an adverb is a word that modifies a verb, adjective, or other adverb and commonly end in ly, like happily, or sadly, or conversely. Consider the word occasion. You could use it on occasion or occasionally.
The road to hell is paved with adverbs.
Listen man, I got this. So what's the problem with adverbs? Well, a few things. Seasoned writers will commonly say that adverbs are for the inexperienced, the lazy, and
passive voice.
For the record, there's nothing wrong with passive voice, but that's a different video. Band-Aid, adverbs are fine in small doses. Used correctly, they can turn boring sentences into something interesting. Like this one. John walked through the park. Not a bad sentence, not great, but what if we added a little adverb in there? John casually walked through the park. Or John sadly walked through the park. By throwing in a little adverb, we've changed the entire context of the sentence, and we no longer have to infer anything about what's happening with John's walk through the park. Adverbs can also be used to shorten sentences. Consider this one. All of a sudden, the dog barked at the mailman. We can substitute all of a sudden with suddenly. Suddenly, the dog barked at the mailman. See, that cut out 3 words from the sentence. All of a. Now, of course, seasoned writers will argue that if you want something to happen quickly, abruptly, or suddenly, you should probably cut out the adverb and just get to the point. The dog barked at the mailman. But to me, that's a pretty boring sentence. Without additional context, I don't really know why the dog barked at the mailman. And as a writer, context is kind of everything. It's more important for our story to be going somewhere than it is for it to already be there. So there are a couple good examples of adverbs, but there are far more bad examples out there. Consider this sentence. The bank teller quickly stuffed the bills into the satchel and swiftly handed it off to the robber, who turned suddenly, abruptly, and immediately opened fire on the SWAT team, who crashed brazenly through the double glass doors. That is a mouthful. When adverbs are strung together like this, it's clunky, and oftentimes there are better ways to convey information. But even I am guilty of writing verbosely, zealously, with overly convoluted sentences packed staunchly into the same paragraph. Anyway, I hope this helps alleviate some stress about adverbs. They're really not that big of a deal if you use them correctly. And let me know down in the comments if you like adverbs or not. I'd love to hear your opinion. If you like this kind of content, please consider supporting the channel, hitting the like button, subscribing, passing the video on to a friend. All those kinds of things help. You can even pick up one of my books. The Life and Times of Dinah Marton is about a serial killer who becomes a criminal psychologist, and The Guardian's Path of Ascension is about 5 teens who gain godlike powers and have to save the universe. Anyway, I'm Bruce RF, and thank you for watching.